Welcome to the channel and welcome to this 1500 point game of Warhammer the Old World. It's Wood Elf Realms versus Beastman Brayherds. Today on the channel, the Beastman Brayherd shaman has read the augurs in the guts of his victims and seen this ancient elven site, long abandoned by the wood elves withdrawing deep into the forests. But they recognise the power in this place and they come to defile it. The wood elves, in turn, sensing the danger to their ancient heritage, stride forth to stop them. We're playing open battle, fixed turns, basically 6 turns, kill each other. That's what we're doing. And I'm joined today on the channel by Wolf Corgi. Hi, Wolf Corgi.
Hi, Wolf Corgi.
You brought your wood elves again.
Yes, I have.
And this time, we're matching them up against something appropriate.
Yeah.
Rather than bending the narrative into an Empire charcoal farm that they took exception to.
Yeah, it's less like 40k where everybody kills everybody. There's a bit more goodies and baddies in this, so it's nice to have goodies and baddies.
Indeed, indeed. But you've built up to 1500 points. You've got some tree folks as well, striding out of the forest.
Yeah, I've got big tree and medium trees this time.
Big tree, medium tree, cardboard box.
Yeah.
Excellent. No little trees today. No little trees today. Well, you've got some other new stuff as well, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. And we've got, for a while, we've not really used woodlands and area terrain on the channel, but today we've got some markers delineating the areas of our woodlands, and many of our units have moved through cover and open order, so we should be able to make nice use of that part of the rules and those parts of our armies. So it is a classic of, I think someone describes it as two sides of the same coin. It's the forest coin, it's the goodies and the baddies. Yeah. So, you're so excited. Without further ado, let's have a look at the armies. And here we have 1500 points. Ish or exactly?
Ish.
Ish of Wood Elf Realms, and they look gorgeous. So, we have got... Well, we've got some characters and some units and some trees and a bird. What was that? Stephen. Okay. How's that spelt in Elvish?
Yeah, it's D-E-E-P-H.
Y-F... Right, Stephen or Stephen. Okay, so talk me through what I'm looking at. What we got?
So starting with the characters, so we've got a Glade Lord with a great weapon, light armour, shield, longbow, because all elves seem to carry longbow. He's the general of the army, and he's on a great stag, and he's got the Helm of the Hunt, which gives him +2 to his armour, and an additional weapon skill and attack on the charge.
Is it just against shooting the +2 to the armour, or is it just generally?
It's just general.
Wow.
And he's also got Wild Rider Kindred, which gives him Frenzy, and a couple of other things.
So he's a nutter.
As a nutter. It basically allows him to go with the Wild Rider unit as well.
Right.
So you can add it in. You can just add him into a Wild Rider unit.
They're sort of like primal tattoos and woad and
He gets a 6-up ward from it. He gets a few things from being basically a Wild Rider. And then we have a Spell Singer, level 1 wizard, on foot, Befuddlement of Mischiefs, which is a wood elf specific thing, which is a sprite, which reduces your initiative in combat.
You got sort of like lots of woodland imps around you that jump all over me.
Little orange things on the base.
Yeah.
Call my Befuddlement of Mischiefs. And then I've also got a Glade Captain, again with a great weapon, light armour, longbow, battle standard, so he's got the war banner. And he's also got a bow, a slightly magic bow that allows me to reroll to hit, but if I miss on the reroll, I take the strength 3 hit rather than you.
Okay, nice. It's a vicious bow.
Yeah, basically, it's not happy if it's not drawing blood.
Yeah, and is this a kit bash or is this a wood elf model?
Yeah, it's a kit bash, so it's made mostly from the High Elf standard.
Right.
And the standard is actually a high elf one, so it's got the phoenix and bits in it, but I've just changed the colours around so it looks
To match the wood elf aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It looks good. Right, what else we got?
2 units of Glade Guard.
Oh, what spell does the Spellslinger have?
She's got the. I rolled for it, didn't like it, so I took Hammer Hand from Battle.
So she's battle magic. Right, okay.
2 units of Glade Guard with the longbows and the arrows that give me
Arcane Bodkins.
Arcane Bodkins, which give you -2 AP.
They both got the same?
Yeah, 2 identical units.
Uh-huh.
A large unit of 19 Eternal Guard with Azrai Spears, Light Armour Shields, full command. Coming in a whopping
19.
So these two will be joining.
They'll fill in those gaps.
Those gaps.
Right, okay, yep, makes perfect sense.
3 Treekin, who are the medium-sized trees, and they've got heavy armour.
They're the trees that are just right.
Just right.
Not too big, not too small, but just right.
The Goldilocks trees.
Indeed.
And it's the
anyway.
It's the AOS models, so they're modelled with the big Reapy 2-hand weapon, but they don't have that. They've just got
hand weapons.
Oaken fists.
Yeah.
Which are just basically hand weapons. A big tree man, and it's not the tree man ancient, it's just the standard tree man.
Just a standard tree man, yeah. He's a problem for me. I don't know what I've got that I can do anything against him with. That'll be interesting to find out.
Yeah, he's quite big. He's reasonably tough and reasonably punchy.
I need to paint me a Gorgon. Anyway, I digress.
And then Stephen,
Eagle.
Yeah. And that.
So he's a skirmishy type thing. We made a few mistakes with them last time with the unit strength and the causing panic and the bits and bobs.
Yeah, so they're quite good for taking out war machines or skirmishers or move blocking. They're a utility unit rather than a damage thing.
Right. What is it? Is it a War Eagle or are they the little ones? What's the actual unit name? I know he's called Stephen.
Great Eagle is the name.
It's a Great Eagle. Okay. Yeah. Great Stephen. Right. Got it. Okay. Any army special rules that are worth going over?
Not really. Most things have moved through cover, which is obviously going to be relevant today. But no.
We'll call stuff like that out as and when we get to it. Okay, in which case, let's take a look at the Beastman Brayherds. And here we have 1,500-ish points of Beastmen Brayherds. So this is its first outing. I was going to say first outing on the channel. It's its first outing full stop. Not used the army yet, so I will likely make mistakes. Please feel free to drop me comments. Constructive comments in the description. Not the description. What's the word for comment? Oh yeah, drop comments in the comments. Give me some page references. Show me where I'm going wrong, where I make mistakes. But I'm going to endeavour to get as much right as possible. So, what do we have? Here we have 2 characters. We have the General, who is a Wargore. He has heavy armour, additional hand weapon, and a gnarled hide, which is a chaos mutation, which gives him an extra point of armour. And we have a Bray Shaman, level 2 wizard with darkness magic or dark magic. He's got battle lust, and I didn't like the other one I rolled, so I swapped it for Vile Tide. So I've got buffing and a magic missile. He also has the Jagged Dagger, which lets him sacrifice beastmen in a unit he's in to make his spells more powerful. Now, given the spells he's got, I may not put him in the unit. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll see what happens when deployment happens. I have choices, but should he happen to go into a unit of 30 Gores, he can be offing them. He'll work his way through them on a regular basis. Maybe. Yes, what else do we have? Most of this is core. With one special. So, core, first of all, we have Gores. We have 2 units of Gores. One of 24 with shields, 1 of 20 with hand weapons, and these ones are ambushers. So they will be coming on from subsequent turns. Now the Wargore has got a special horn that he can blow to make ambushers re-roll. So hopefully I'll be making some good use of that. So yeah, 2 units of Gores. We have 2 units of Ungores. 1 unit of 30 with throwing spears, so they get extra attacks on the charge. And 1 unit of, full command, I should say. Full command. And 1 unit of 16 with full command and short bows. These ones are ambushing as well, so they'll be popping up behind some elves and sticking them with flying sticks. Then also in core we have 3 Razor Gores. These aren't the GW models, they are a third-party print because I really just can't stomach the GW model, so these are third-party. And we have 2 Tuskor chariots with their Bestigor riders. They are also core. Then we have the specials. We have a unit of 6 Minotaurs with shields, full command, and they get all sorts of special rules. They go insane in combat, and in theory, these are all nuts. Everything has Mark of Chaos. I don't think they do. Most of the Beastmen have Mark of Chaos Undivided, which means I will re-roll panic tests. Most of the units are Warband and Hordes, so early on, my leadership should be solid, he says. Not gone particularly heavy on magic items or stuff. I just wanted lots and lots and lots of Beastmen. I want a Brayherd of things that can bray. So, herd of Gores, herd of Minotaurs, herd of Razor Gores, herd of Ungores, herd of Minotaurs, herd of Razor Gores, it's easy for you to say. 2 herds of Gores, 2 chariots. Let's go to deployment. Okay, here we are after deployment, and we have, with the Wood Elves, we have the Eternal Guard, big brick, kind of, I would say centre, but not quite centre, the centre of this flank, with the Treekin and 1 unit of Glade Guard on the other side. It's a bit of a refused flank to an extent. It's only got 1 unit of Glade Guard over on this side of the table. We have Stephen and the Lord on the Great Stag over here, and the Tree Man backing them up. The big unit of Eternal Guard have got the Battle Standard Bearer and the Spell... Is it Spell Weaver or Spell Singer?
Spell Singer.
Spell Singer in it. Conversely, over on this side of the table... Sorry, talk me through your logic, sir.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's refused flank, so I'm hoping to concentrate on one side, and then my slightly faster things with Stephen and the Lord here on my right flank.
Yeah. Yes. So for myself, I have my 2 units in ambush, which is quite handy when it comes to refused flank, because I'll be bringing those on where I need them at the time. On my flank, I wanted a big brick in the centre, which is why I've got the Gores with the Wargore and the Minotaurs. So I go left, go right, and in this instance, go left. And the Shaman is in the middle, not with a unit, so he's not going to get any use out of his Jagged Dagger. However, he can buff nearby units and use his Vile Tide as appropriate. We've got a big block of Gores to the right, which, well, they might not do very much, but they will at least threaten those Glade Guard and possibly do some flank attacking on this side. And then the Razor Gores are just going to be let loose up the table, and they will cause mayhem and or panic. And then we have the chariots on this side, who will just attempt to fly forward and crash into things if they don't get intercepted first. I imagine the Lord and Stephen will be attempting to stop me making full charges into those units. Okay, so we need to work out who's going first. So, we're playing fixed length open battle, so it's all about destroying units, making units run away, capturing standards, killing generals. I finished dropping first, so I get +1 to the roll. Better luck, sir.
And yourself?
Tie. You win. Are you going to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okie doke. Wood Elves, turn 1. So out of the movement phase, because there was nothing happening in the strategy phase, because we're very early on. Stephen and the Lord on Stag have both marched. They did both march, didn't they?
Both marched.
They both marched. March is the right word, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So many Warhammers, so much confusion, big wow. So they both come over here and are staying out the front arc of the chariots, threatening those next turn. Then the Glade Guard have moved forward, so they're no longer in that woodland and not disrupted, because whilst they have moved through cover, they are closed order. So I've got that right, have I?
Yeah.
And they would be disrupted if they stayed in the woodland. And that's pretty much all the positioning. Everyone else, all the shooting units have got range to targets. The trees are staying still. So we will go on to the shooting phase. Where are we going to start?
This unit of archers into the Vestigore? Gore?
Gores.
Gores.
The Gores. The Gore herd. Yes. Good. The best of Gores are the best of Gores. I don't have any of those painted yet. I mean, it goes without saying that they are assembled and in the queue upstairs. Around about there. They're sort of about 4 feet that way. But okay, so we've got the front rank and half the back rank. So that's 8 shots or 7 shots? 8 shots. Okay.
8 shots.
You're more than halfway.
Yeah.
So -1 and only -1.
Yeah, so 4s on these and then 3 on the last dice.
Okay.
And this one, yes. Oh,
So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
and then strength 3.
Were those 3s? There were some 3s there that weren't hits, were there?
The one.
There was one.
I've done that.
There was 1 3. No, sorry, I saw it. The 1 3 that landed there was the hit because it was from the champion.
Yeah.
But those other 2 3s
So
were
3s to that.
they were misses. Hang on, let me check it. I think that's what it was, but you know, brain. 4 hits in total. Strength 3, toughness 4, running on 5s. 2. Right, I have shields, but your arcane bodkins make you AP 2, so they go straight through those, and you kill 2.
Same over here.
Over here, yes. Hang on. 4s. Yep, and then
Right,
an extra 1.
Get rid of all these first.
Then an extra 1 on a 3. Yes, okay. Toughness 5 for the Razor Gores.
5 wounds.
So it's running on 6s.
6s.
Yeah.
Nothing
against the Razor Gores. Thunk, thunk. More. They've got sort of more razor spines, but they're sort of inverted now.
Yeah.
He has a bow, but he marched.
That's it.
Any other...
Nope.
No, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, no need to take a panic test here because that's not 25%. Okay, let's go on to Brayherds turn 1. Okay, so we're actually at the end of the Brayherds turn. In the strategy phase, I failed to cast Battle Lust. Then pretty much everything's marched. The chariots have marched up here. They will almost certainly, one of them get charged by the stag, but it's only chariots. Everything's marched, basically. He wasn't close enough to be able to cast Vile Tide just if he walked, so he's moved for position next turn. Not what to do with the Gores, because there's not really worth going after those, and there's going to be a bit of a traffic queue here, but they're only Ungors, they're only Ungors. And other stuff's going to maybe turn up next turn from ambush anyway, so that's... it's your turn too, mate. Yeah, that's a quick turn 1. Okay, here we are at the end of the movement phase. There was quite a bit of debate over what to do here, how easily they could take down the Razor Gores. whether the Razor Gores have Swift Stride or not. Turns out they have Swift Stride. I believe the plan is you've stayed still. You don't want to get too close to the table edge, so you can shoot them one turn and then flee from the combat the next turn and hopefully outpace me. Which is a plan. We'll see. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works. Then over here, these units have all stayed still apart from the Tree Man, who has moved for position to line up next to the Treekin, which is brilliant because I will not be able to fight just one of those units. I will have to fight both, which might well out-brick me with my brick approach. Then over here, Stephen has moved for position for a charge next turn on the Gores, which will be a flank charge. Obviously, the Gores may not be exactly there next turn, but who knows? And the Stag, there was some debate as to whether to bring the Stag round and use him to charge the Gores next turn, because the Stag has first charge to take away my rank bonus. But we talked about what the Ungor chariots, the Tuskor chariots could do with their impact hits and their first strike, and Wolfcorgi decided he did not want that hitting his line, so went for the charge with the Great Stag against the Tuskor chariot. And that's where we are at the end of movement. So, into shooting. Where are we going to start?
We'll start here, and I'm going to shoot this unit into the Ungors.
Into the Ungors?
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do enough to the Razor Gores to make it worth it.
Interesting.
So, just at half range still.
Okay, well, the Ungors are toughness 3 and the Razor Gores are toughness 5. But you are opening yourself up to Razor Gores in your back passage. And they may, in a couple of turns, end up coming up behind your Tree Men.
I think I'm getting Razor Gores in the back passage either way. That's the problem.
You should see a doctor, man.
Yes,
Okay, so hitting on 4s.
Get rid of the misses. And then we've got a 3.
Which is a hit. Okay, strength 3, toughness 3.
4 to kill.
Yeah, I have a 6-up save for my shields, but the goggles, they do nothing against the arcane bodkins. Kills 3, which is not enough for a panic test. Then the second unit of Glade Guard into the Tuskor chariot. You're within half range, so it's 3s. And then a 2 from your champion. So that's 7 hits. Strength 3, toughness 4, so 5s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, with the Arcane Bodkins, my 4+ save goes down to 6+. I have 4 wounds. I need to pass 2 of them, or I am shot to bits. I pass 1 of them. That is enough to kill it. Now, because you've destroyed it from shooting, they're going to need to take a panic test. That is a pass, because their leadership is 8 with the War Gore, but they are Warherd with 3 ranks, so leadership 10. And I need, dead 1 need go off table, yes. The distraction, Tuskor Chariot. Absolutely not a card effects. Right, okay, so we found another bow on the Glade Captain. And we said, we'll just do it off camera. It's only one hit. Rolled to shoot the Gores. Missed. Re-rolled because of the special item. Also missed. So, what is the item that... Why is this happening? You've shot yourself. Why is this happening to you?
So it's a Sandy's Bane. A malicious spirit dwells within the body of this light and elegant bow, ever eager to punish its wielder if a shot misses target. So essentially, you can re-roll a single fail to hit during the shooting phase. However, if the re-roll also fails to hit, the wielder suffers a strength 3 hit, AP 0.
What is his ballistic skill? Is it 5? Or is it more than 5? Either way, you'd have missed because you had another re-roll. Because it was... you rolled a 2 to hit, and you're -1 for shooting at the Gores because they have light cover for being in the woods.
6 is his ballistic skill.
So, but you don't get 2 re-rolls. So the re-roll for the bow is better than the re-roll for the ballistic skill. So you've hit yourself.
Yeah.
What damage and stuff? What's his strength?
Strength 3, so I wound myself on a 4.
Excellent. 5+. Does he have arcade bodkins?
He does.
Oh man!
It doesn't get. It says a single strength hit with an AP of dash. So
okay.
I do at least get my.
You've been hitting the face with the string.
So I do fail. So I take a wound.
How many wounds does he have? He's probably only 2.
Probably only got 2 wounds. He has got 2 wounds.
Right, he's got 1 now. Let's just tuck it in the back somewhere. Yeah. Oh, I'm laughing much more than I should at that. Nasty, malicious bow. Very spiteful, these forest sprites. It must be inhabited by something nasty. So that
was an interesting shooting phase.
Reminding you about the shot worked well for me. Yeah. Right, so shooting phase done. Combat.
Yeah.
Does the stag get any impact hits or anything?
I have to try and remember this because there's lots of bits.
Okay, we need to consult the book. So first off, at initiatives 10, there is 1 impact hit, strength 5 with armor bane from the stag. So winning on a 3. No. Okay, so he's quite hard. So he's got 4 attacks base, +1 for Furious Charge, +1 for Frenzy, +1 for the Helm of the Hunt.
Yeah.
He's got 7 attacks at weapon skill 8.
Yeah.
Of course, we realised that the debate about whether to run round here or not was moot because his friends even had to charge anyway. So he's going to hit on 3s because I'm weapon skill 4. That's 6 hits with a great weapon, but he has strikes first, which cancels out the strikes last. So he's going on initiative 9. So that's what's his base strength? Is it 4?
4 plus
So
for hand weapon.
okay, so he's going to be strength 6 with the great weapon, and so going to wound on 2s.
Oh dear.
Okay, so he's minus. One of those is armor. The good news is the 6 is armor bane, isn't it? Or was that the stag?
I don't think you get armor bane on a great weapon.
Right. Okay, in which case I have 2 saves of 6+. Watch this. It would be hilarious. No. Okay, so the chariot has 1 wound left because you did 1 with the impact. Or did you wound with the impact hit? I didn't mark it up.
No, I didn't wound.
You didn't wound with the arc, so he has 2 wounds left.
And we got a stag.
Then the stag. It's down to the stag. What? I wonder what you managed to chop at that you failed to wound with that sword.
I don't know. Yeah, just
Maybe you've lopped off a horn. Maybe the elven head I'm holding up, you sort of smashed that like you were playing t-ball.
yeah. So stag gets 2 attacks, weapon skill 4, 4s.
So yeah, that will be 4s in fact, yeah. So 1,
Strength 5.
winning on a 3. Yes.
Wounds.
Is it multiple damage by any chance?
No, it is. No, it's -1 armor bane, but no, not multiple damage.
Okay, 5+. Which I pass. Okay.
I've got a stomp, but obviously it's you to fight next.
I think stomp is against infantry. I don't know if you can stomp a chariot, but it is me to fight next. Right, well, fighting back. First, we've got 2 Tuskors hitting on 5s. 1 hit. The Tuskor strength is 4. Toughness with the stag? 4, I imagine.
5.
5, okay, so winning on a 5. Yes, no AP on that.
Right, let me just work out.
He's got a bunch of bonuses to his AP, doesn't he? To his armour.
Yeah, so he's got light armour,
6.
but he's got armoured hides 2, taking it to a 4.
Yep.
And then he gets +1 for the helm, taking it to a 3.
3. Okay, 3+. That's 2.
Right, that's a good start.
How many wounds does he have?
Quite a few, thankfully. He's got 4
Um,
wounds, I think.
I imagine it's 3 + 1 for the stag.
So he's got 4 wounds, yeah.
Okay, so he has 3 left. Okay. If I do... Oh no, you're flanking. I was just trying to think about combat resolution there. The gore is weapon skill 4, so this will be a...
Got a 6-up ward because he's a wild.
Ah, yes. I didn't think you could take armor with the wild kindredy thing. I must have entirely misunderstood it. I thought it was one of those things that you either had, you were sort of bare naked, painted in woad, and you got the save, or you didn't. But it must be a noble thing.
Yeah, with the actual wild riders carry shields as well, so...
Nah. Like I said, it must just be a thing I had in my head. Okay, so I'm going to hit on 4s with the gore, because you'd need to be weapon skill 9 to make it 5s. So the gore fail... Oh! Right, so... Should have tested for Primal Fury at the start, which I will do now. Which I passed, so I re-rolled the natural 1 to hit. Still a miss. Then the Bestigore will hit on a 4. No. Okay, so I lost by 3. You charged me in the... We need to see if you can stomp a chariot.
Yeah.
We think so, from reading the wording. I'm sure we've seen it somewhere where some things can't stomp other things, but we can't find it, so please let us know if we're doing that wrong. A single strength 5 hit. 4, which is a wound, but I get my 4+ save, which I fail, which takes me down to a single wound. Right then, so you charged me in the flank for 1, and you did 3 wounds to me for 4. I did 1 to you, so you beat me by 3. I am within 12 inches of my general, so I can use his leadership. He has +3 to his leadership because of Warband, so it's 10. Oops, drop dice don't count. So that's a pass, but it's a fail, but it's less than the leadership, so it's 4 back in good order, I believe.
Yeah.
So a 9. Yeah, 10 minus 3 is 7. It was a 9, so it's a fail, but by more than that. You don't double outnumber me.
No.
So I fall back 6 inches. Let's see if you are within 6 inches of this unit for panic. So fell back 6 inches, not close enough to create a panic test with the gauze. I think I have to move back sideways like that in the flank directly away. Again, please let me know if I'm wrong about that. And then follow up from the Frenzied General for 7 inches plus Swift Stride, but the Swift Stride not relevant. And you count as charging next turn. You can't fluff twice. It says here.
Yeah.
And is that it for your turn 2?
That's it for my turn 2.
Okay. Beastman, turn 2. So we are in the strategy phase. My Wargore can attempt to pass the leadership test to use his Brayhorn. His leadership is currently 10. That is a fail. No Brayhorn. Okay. I tooted, no one hears.
Yeah.
That's the wrong horn. That's a looted one from some human thing. Blow the other one. Too late, they didn't hear. I'll stop talking now. Right, so no re-roll on the ambushes. So the Gores, on a 4+, they will turn up this turn. Yes. The Ungors, on a 4+, they will turn up this turn. No. I wanted the Ungors. That's what the Brayhorn and the re-roll were for, because I wanted them to come over here and shoot Stephen, who's now going to charge me in the rear. No. Now I'm going to have to magic him to death with the Bray Shaman rather than magicking that. Right, I've regained some composure now. I'm going to attempt. Oh, when do I do the Gaze of the Gods? And do I do that yet?
Gaze of the Gods is strategy phase, isn't it?
Yeah, I was wondering whether it's before spells or after spells. It is almost certainly before spells. God, the Wargore will attract the Gaze of the Gods. Anything but a 1. I'll take it. Right, unnatural quickness, +1 initiative for this turn. It's not going to make a big difference to anything. But now that's important because that was command phase, command stage. Now it's the it's not called the hex phase, is it? It's conjuration phase. Okay, going to attempt to cast Battle Lust. Cast on a 9, which that is not. Right, so if I'd managed to get Battle Lust off, I'd fancy their chances of taking the stag next turn and turning around to receive that charge. I didn't. I don't. Therefore, I'm going to move out of the way and wait for him to overrun the chariot and go past. Yes, that is what I am planning on doing there. The Gauls will come in the compulsory movement phase, step of the movement phase. So that's all strategy phase stuff done. Charges, they are out of charge range. Just the Razor Gauls will charge the Glade Guard. What is your reaction, sir? You're going to flee. Okay, 2d6. 8.
I think I'm just in. I'm just
in. But they are broken, so they are fleeing, so they will need to rally next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't redirect or anything, so I will just keep going. So I'm 7 plus 3 is 10 with Swift Stride is 16. So the Razor Gauls end up here, chasing the very sensible Glade Guard away. I would not want to stay there with them coming right for me. And in the compulsory movement phase, the Gauls with the 2 hand weapons have come on over here. They are still just outside of 8 inches of that unit of Glade Guard, so they are perfectly positioned. They obviously can't charge this turn because we've missed charges, but they can move, which is where the Ungors, the other plan, if Stephen wasn't there, the Ungors will come on there, move up, shoot into those, and that would do some serious damage to them. Ambushing, it's a thing. So I think I'm just going to have to ignore Stephen and deal with the... Oh no, magic. Yes, right. Things. Remaining moves. Okay, here we are at the end of the movement phase, and there was much scratching of heads. So I have moved the Gauls. I've turned them and moved them in this direction to try and meet the stag as it comes through. Because it's frenzy, so it will have to overrun, and then it will have to charge. However, it won't have to charge the Gauls, so this may have been a horrible miscalculation. It may charge the Minotaurs or the not the Ungors. It has to target rich environment. There'll be 4 things it could potentially charge, including the Shaman who has ended up here. These Gauls have moved forward to worry that flank. I've positioned for charges next turn. And the Bray Shaman is going to attempt to cast Vilehide through that gap. Maybe I should have turned the Gauls round in the centre to receive the charge. Maybe that would have been the right thing to do. But I do want to charge up at the Glade Guard. I don't know. There's lots. There are lots of things that could go either way in this, so we shall see. Shooting phase. The Bray Shaman is going to attempt to cast Viletide at... I can't... Oh, it's a large target, the Tree Man. I can always see it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt Viletide at the... Oh, what's its toughness? 6. Can I hurt it with Viletide? Strength 1, toughness 6. Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Viletide, cast on an 8+. It's not an 8. Okay. Clearly those guts he's been reading were lying to him. Right, so... There's no fighting to do other than the one from last turn. You cowards having charged, so impact hit from the stag. Wounds.
It's -1 because it's stag's got antlers.
I saved.
Right. 2.
7 attacks, hitting on 3s. 3s? It was 3s, wasn't it? Yeah, 7 attacks hitting on 3s. Lightning will not strike twice. It's 4 hits. Wounding on 2s.
3.
What?
Oh, 2.
2. Lightning's kind of thinking about it. I need to see boxcars to live through this. You can't get much closer to boxcars. Okay, so I am destroyed. Now, who's within 6 inches of me? The Gores, certainly. Who hold. The Shaman looks like he's close as well. He flees. He definitely flees. Let's just double check the range, but that's a flee. So he is in range, but it isn't a flee because he's within his general's range. The general's leadership is 10 at the moment, so that's not a flee, although I think he might have preferred it if it were a flee. You can't restrain, so you overrun. Are you going to swift stride as well?
No.
Okay. You overrun 3 inches. I don't know that even gets you into the forest. I mean, I was hoping for dangerous terrain. No, gets you. The stag's obviously smelt something weird. Maybe there's gore poop in there, and the stag stopped. You're frothing at the mouth, going, "Come on!" And the stag's like, "No, it smells bad." So that's the end of my go. Doesn't feel like that was my go because I've just shoveled stuff off the board and haven't killed anything. Would have turn 3. Right, only thing in the strategy phase is the rallying of the Glade Guard. Need an 8 or less. That's 8 or less. They rally and can act normally apart from declaring charges, and the counters having moved for shooting purposes. And the Glade Guard reforming into a single line to shoot the Razor Gores. Okay, charges. Do you need more thinking time, sir?
No, so Stag is going to charge into here.
Yep.
Tree Man is going to charge into here.
Uh-huh.
And Eagle will... Do I want to charge the Eagle in? I'll try and charge the Eagle in here as well.
Okay, so that's 3 charges. Well, I will hold against the Stag. I will hold against the Eagle. I have to take a terror test to see if I can hold against the Tree Man. 10 or less. Yes, I will hold.
Right.
So, Tree Man. It's 2d6, bud. 3 plus his move, which is plenty.
Yeah. So he's going to end up there like that.
Yep. Okay, Stag or someone else?
Stag first.
Okay.
So he's got...
Plenty.
Yeah.
I think he's on the rear there.
Yeah.
The corner, most of his base is on the corner, so to maximise he goes...
There.
No, it'll be next one along, it'll be there to get those 4 corners. But that is taking him through the dangerous terrain, so we need a dangerous terrain test, which he is fine with. And then the Eagle, 4 plus 10 is 14, so that's plenty to put him up on the side. These Gores are screwed. Okay, so that's charges. Remaining moves. So we have one more charge to do before we move on. The Treekin are going to go into the Minotaurs. Now, the Treekin cause fear.
Yes.
Right, so the Minotaurs cause fear, so that cancels out. So you don't need to take a fear test. That's 3 plus their move of 5 or 6. That's going to be plenty. Yeah. So you want, crucially there, you are not being charged by the Minotaurs with their gore horns and impact hits and all the nasty stuff they do.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Remaining moves.
Now we're on to remaining moves, and we have an almighty mashup in the centre here. So it ends up looking like this. The Glade Guard have marched to get out of the way of these ravening Beastmen, and the Eternal Guard have turned and moved forward. They want to be out of the forest so they don't get disrupted, because they are closed order, not open order. But less than 25% of the units in there, so they will not suffer that disruption. They want to be charged by the Gores. Of course, if it all goes wrong in the centre, I might be able to charge them in the rear, but that's really... I don't fancy my chances of that going that wrong in the centre that might happen. So, there's some shooting to do, but only the 10 Glade Guard who've moved against the Razor Gore. So you are -1 for having moved, but you are within close range. So have you pulled one out for?
I've got one out.
You got one out for that. Okay, so hit on 4s. 1, 2, 3. That's terrible.
Yeah. So let's just do that, and
then this guy on a 3. Okay, strength 3, toughness 5. So 6s. No, nothing.
Well, you tried, and then you died.
Well, it might be the only fight I win. We shall see. Okay, so he's got a bow.
They moved more than they had to march in order to get.
No, they didn't. They turned for quarter of their move because you can't turn and march. You did a quarter of your move, and then you moved 3 3 3/4 inches.
Okay.
You can move. You can fire the self-destructing bow.
You just wanted to kill myself.
Yes,
didn't
I do.
you? Right.
Yo.
Strength 4.
Toughness 4. No. Thunk. Ow. Or meh. You see, braying. They say it's called a brayherd, but donkeys bray. None of these have got donkey heads. That most of these are cow heads. So really, it's more of a moo herd.
It's just goat heads, aren't they?
Yeah. Nah.
Well, yeah, goats do bleat, don't they?
Yeah.
A bleat herd.
It's a bleat herd. I wonder if because a lot of the artwork they've got different animal heads. I wonder if they will do different types of heads when they at some point they refresh the range. I don't know, but I like to think of it more as a bleat herd. I'll go with bleat herd. Yes, donkeys bray, goats bleat. At least they're not a moo herd. Anyway, I've stopped. Camera off. Right, so we're starting with this combat here. Now, you do have fear-causing units, but you don't... I outnumber you because I have, 23 unit strength, and you have less than 23. So, I don't have to take a fear test. I do have to take a primal fury test, 10 or less, which is a 9. My primal fury kicks in. And there are some other rules that may kick in. I don't get... If I had charged you, I'd be getting +1 strength, but I didn't, so I'm not. And there's a couple of other bits I will check when I get to fight. But initiatives, we need to work out where the highest initiative is. Plus, the guys charging in the rear and the flank get +4 if they moved 4. But the stag
Only moved
2.
2. Yeah.
So he's going to get +2. The eagle is going to get +4.
Right.
So we need to do... There's a pen and some paper involved here. Yeah. Right, okay. This is going to take a while. First off, initiative 10, impact hit from the stag. Strength 5, toughness 4. Does not wound on a 2. Right, the general is initiative 8 because he's got +2 for his 2-inch charge. Stephen is also initiative 8 because he's +4 for his charge, his or her charge. Is Stephen a boy or a girl or undecided?
He's a boy, but he's got a ponytail.
Righto. Okay, so from the top, initiative 10, impact hit from the stag. Strength 5, toughness 4. That is a wound.
It's -1. Oh, it's -2 because it's -1 and armor bane.
Okay, so I was going to be able to get parry, but not getting parry because -2. Just to make our lives easier, I am going to pull the models from where they're hitting because this will help us with the attacks back in a minute. He said attacks back very optimistically. The Lord attacked in the rear, but he only moved 2 inches. He's going to get +2 to his initiative, putting in initiative 8. Stephen, on the other hand, attacked from the side, moved more than 4 inches, so he gets +4, which makes him initiative 8 also. So who are we doing first, the Lord or Stephen?
First.
Okay, 7 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, strength 6, toughness 4, killing on 2s. Where are all the 1s?
Yeah.
So that kills 5. Okay, my parry does nothing. Right, also on initiative 8, Stephen has 2 attacks with his wicked claws. What's his weapon skill?
5.
5, so 2 hits. The 3s are a hit.
Yeah, strength is going to be
4, so winning on 4s.
It's AP 2 again.
Okay, kills this guy.
And then serrated more. Hits. Again, it's strength 4.
So 4s. No. Okay, so the stag is next, I think.
Yeah, stag's next. So he's got 2 attacks. He is weapon skill 4.
So 4s. 1 hit. Strength
5.
5. So that wounds.
And it's armor bay at -2 again because it's armor bay.
Okay, -2. Takes 1 from here. I know this isn't the right way of removing the minis, but this is such a complex fight. Otherwise, we would be really unable to keep track of who can fight what.
Right, and then it's onto the tree.
And I'll shuffle them back round in a minute to the proper formation.
So Tree Man has got 5 attacks, but he can also do a tree whack. You can trade one of them for a tree whack.
Okay.
Which I will do. So for the tree whack, you have to take an initiative test.
Okay. 3 or less to pass. My initiative is 3.
Yeah.
Fail.
So you take, I think it's a D3 hit.
The unit or the model? This is live action reading, folks.
Model, yeah, that model must immediately take an initiative test. It's failed. It suffers D3 hits with the strength of the model, and no armor or ward saves can be passed.
Right. So that kills it. Because you did say off camera you weren't targeting the general, didn't you?
General.
Yeah.
Right, so then he gets 4 more attacks.
Weapon skill's going to be
6.
so 3s.
3 hits. Strength is 5.
So 3s.
3 wounds.
AP.
AP -2.
Okay, so that's going to kill 1, 2, 3. This will make sense in a minute, I promise. Okay, so there's no one left. Have you got anything else before my initiative 4?
I don't know. I've got stomp attacks on the tree man, stomp attacks on the eagle. I don't think I've got anything else. Potentially stomp attacks on the stag.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just stomp attacks left to do.
right, okay. So, I have got no one left who can attack the stag, no one who can attack the eagle, but of my fighting rank at the front, I have 6 guys, one of whom is a champion who can attack the tree man, and the wargore who can attack the tree man. Right, the wargore has 4 attacks at weapon skill 5. So it's the tree 6 or 5?
Weapon skill 6.
Weapon skill 6. I'm going to hit the tree on 4s. Rerolling 1s for Primal Fury. No, it's 4 hits. Strength 5. Strength 4. Toughness 6. Yeah. Wounding on 6s. However, I'm subject to Primal Fury, so foe render applies. These will be -2 if I get any, which I don't. So that makes the arithmetic easy. Then I have 6 plus 1 for the champion. 7 attacks with the gores. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s for Primal Fury. That was a 4. So that's 4 hits. Again, wounding on 6s, but no foe render for these guys. No wounds there. Okay, the gores, they do nothing. I knew the tree man would be a problem. Right, you've got stomps and stuff to do, haven't you?
Yeah, so we'll do the stomps from the tree man first. He gets D3 stomp attacks.
Okay, for 3.
He is strength 5.
So 3s.
Nothing.
No. Maybe he stomped on some corpses.
Yes.
They were still wriggling. I'm getting better!
Eagle gets 1.
Move!
And does nothing. Strength 4.
4.
And the stag
Also does nothing. Okay, right. I need to juggle these into the right position now that they should be. We need to do some maths and stuff. Okay, so the numbers are in. I've got a banner and a rank. I get 2 points. I've taken 12 casualties and been attacked in the rear and the side, so I have lost by 13. I need snake eyes on the dice, or below my leadership to fall back in good order. It's currently 8 because 7 for the war gore plus 1 for a rank because I am a warherd. A war band, thank you. So, that's a 9. That's flee. Which, to be honest, is going to make it a bit easier in many respects. Okay, so I am going to Are you going to pursue? Who's going to do what?
Do they all... This is what I don't get. Because obviously, you boxed in, almost.
So I think...
He has to pursue, doesn't he?
Well, no, he has to Well, see, the thing is, you have to... And we think we're doing this right. You have to flee away from the unit with the highest unit strength.
Yeah.
He's 5. He's 3. He's 3. Oh, yeah. We're tied on unit strength. It's 11 each. So I am going to pivot and move away from the tree man. I will end up moving through you and probably taking some more damage. He will then have the choice of overrun or restrain and reform, but he can't restrain and reform. He has to overrun because he's frenzied. He'll have the same choice. The tree man will either pursue or restrain and reform.
You'll go through, and then I'll charge. Does he go?
Well, no, you're gonna go that way when you overrun. You're running through me, hacking at me.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He gets to make a test. He has no choice because he is frenzied. So I think he pursues. You have a choice with. Sorry, he overruns. You choose whether to try and restrain with him or not, and you choose whether to follow up or restrain with him.
Right. I will pursue with it. Obviously, I haven't got a choice to him. I'll pursue with both.
Well, you're going to overrun, which will just move you in that direction.
All right. Yeah, I will overrun. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, and I think that's right. It's an unusual scenario. If guys watching, if you know different, point us to some page references and correct our thinking on that. Because overrun is always straightforward. Because the direction of fleeing means we're going to have to go this way, which means the fleeing through enemies will apply, and you flee before you follow up your next thing. So, I think that or is pursue pivot. Hang on. Let me just double check the wording of pursue, because pursue might be pivot on the spot. Hang on. No, forget almost all of what I just said. But I'm going to leave it in for comedy value. So it's overrunning that's straight ahead. Fleeing, you pivot about your centre first.
Right.
So I am going to flee this way. I am going to take damage from fleeing through him. But then you could say he'll pursue and he'll pursue and he'll restrain and reform. They will pivot this way and follow up into me. They have much more chance of catching me because I'm going to lose move by having to move through them.
Yeah. So I will restrain and reform with the tree man.
Yeah.
And then I will pursue with both.
You have no choice with the stag.
Yeah, and I might as well pursue with the eagle as well.
With Stephen.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I am running 9 inches. Let's see where I end. There's no going to be no. Do you roll a 9 or not on this? This is going to be a little bit different. Right, so we've ended up here, which is 9 inches away from the tree man. He needs to make his leadership test to restrain first, which he passes. He's good. The sap's running very slowly. Right, so he's got 2d6 plus swift stride. I'm hoping for 3 ones here. They aren't 3 ones. Right, so, and then the Stephen. Okay, so they're going to catch me. They then need to make a test to see if they reform. So leadership test to reform, which basically you just point them around in the way you want them.
Right. So, Eagle, leadership is terrible. 6.
Nope. Can he use... Is he a loner, the Eagle?
No.
So he can use the General's leadership, which makes that a pass.
Right. And then the General also passes.
Okay, so you end up here and here, respectively. My unit dies, then you reform, which basically means you can pivot on the spot to face whichever way you wish. Okay, first things first with this combat. I need to test for Primal Fury. Their leadership is 7. They have... Are they warband? They are, so it's 8 for the extra rank. That's an 8. That is a pass. They are subject to Primal Fury. Your initiative is... My initiative is 3. Yours is 3 plus 3?
Yeah, 3 plus 3.
So you're going on initiative 6.
Yep. Right.
They each have a tree whack, you say?
Yeah. So basically, again, each model can tree whack. So I give up an attack each for it.
Right.
So it is 3 initiative tests.
Okay. I'm initiative 3, so I want 3 or less. I pass 3 times, which is good because I think that's quite nasty.
Yeah, so I've now got 2. So I've now got 7 attacks. 7 attacks left.
Okay. Weapon skill?
Weapon skill is 4.
Likewise, so you're hitting on 4s.
Not bad.
4.
And then strength 4.
They aren't great weapons, are they? Strength 4.
Yeah.
So toughness 4.
So 4. So again, 2.
Any AP?
There is on 1 because they do have armor bane, so it's AP 2 on that.
Right, okay, I have shields. Unfortunately, monstrous infantry can't parry, so 1 does a wound, the other one will save on a 6. No. That does 2 wounds to one of the Minotaurs. Is that your lot?
That's it.
Okay.
You get stomp attacks.
Not yet, you don't.
So that's it.
Haha. Right. I have... Let's see, what have we got? We got... Oh, we have foe render. Right, okay, that's interesting. Didn't realise I had that. So weapon skill 4, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s for Primal Fury. Strength 5, toughness...
Toughness 5.
5. So 4s. With foe render, it's AP minus 2.
Ooh, I don't get a save, but I do get a regen. Yes, so I do get a regen of 5.
Okay.
Oh dear, so that's only 1.
1 regen. 4. So that's 4, but one of them counts for combat resolution.
Yeah. So that's going to be 4, so it's going to kill 1. Kill 1, and then 1 has got 2 wounds left.
Okay, and a total of 5 wounds for combat res. You have stomps. I don't have stomps. I have impact hits, which obviously I didn't get because you charged.
So stomps, which are strength 4, so
4s.
2.
AP?
No, there's no AP on this.
Okay, 6 up saves. No, so that kills 1 and puts a wound. Takes a wound off another. Okay, is that the lot?
That's the lot.
Feels incredibly swift compared to our last combat.
Yes.
Okay, so I did 5. I have a standard. I am close order with a unit strength of 10 or more. I do not have a rank bonus because you just stomped on it. Outnumbering you doesn't count. That's an infantry thing. That's press of battle. That's heavy infantry, not anything else, I believe. So I get 4, 5, 6. I get a total of 7. You did 4 wounds.
Yeah, so I lost by 3.
You got anything else?
No.
So you lost by 3.
Oh dear.
That's a flea fail.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to pursue, but because of blood greed, I only pursue 1d6.
Right. Gone 9.
Now, does that take you back through the...
Takes back through the tree man.
Yeah, so you go through and he needs to take a panic test, but he's probably immune to panic.
I think he's immune to psychology.
That makes him immune to panic. And I pursue you 4 inches. Does that put me into the tree man or just short of the tree man?
Just short of the tree man.
Okay, put me forward 4 inches to just short of the tree man. And is that the end? Units within 6 inches need to take a panic test, but there weren't any because you broke.
Yeah.
The only ones that there were immune to psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of your turn 3?
End of my turn 3.
Okay. Well, you've taken my general and one of my big units of gauze.
Yep.
So, and I've done 4 wounds in reply. So I think that's a good turn. I think.
Yeah.
Right. First things first. Ambushes. Do the Ungors turn up? Yes, they will turn up in the compulsory movement step. Then, can the Bray Shaman finally cast a spell? We're going to attempt to cast Dark Fury on a 9. 7 plus 1. 9. No, not 9. So that hasn't cast. Right. Charges. The Razor Gores are going to charge the Glade Guard. The Minotaurs are going to charge the Treeman. The Gores are going to charge the Eternal Guard. Now, your reactions.
You're too close, so I can't stand and shoot. So they're just going to have to hold.
Okay.
Tree man, I don't think that's quick shot. No, so he's just going to stand. Here, I've got quick shot, so I will put an arrow into you as you're coming in.
Hey! Which you resolve first? Strength 4, toughness 4. Dunk! Ow. Right. Over here. So, 5 plus 2. That's not going to be enough. But I am a warband, so I get to re-roll. 11. That is going to be enough. Ending up here. Minotaurs can't fail, but they get, doesn't matter what the number is, it's 12. We'll do as much wheeling as we can to maximise contact, which basically means that, oops, just keep the tree man still for me for a second. Thanks. Which basically means that. And contact is maximised. Then the Razor Gores are in. Would you mind moving the Razor Gores up, please, sir? Okay, thank you. Now, compulsory moves. So the Ungors coming on here, eyeing up a rotisserie seagull. So not many remaining moves. The Shaman stepped back a little bit. The Gores marched up here to do some shenanigans next turn. And these Gores moved forward to try and get better shots into the field. We have 2... in theory, I could have joined the Shaman to the Gores, and I could have used my jagged dagger to sacrifice one of the Gores, but the Gores marched, and he didn't, and I want to cast a magic missile, so... So first thing we're going to do is attempt to cast Vile Tide on an 8. So that's a miscast.
He's the worst wizard ever.
He's going in the mincer. Right.
Worse than your empire.
I know. Who'd have thought that was possible?
Yeah.
High. Need high. 8. I'll take that. Barely controlled power. The wizard manages to control the magic, but at the expense of great power. The spell is cast, at its casting value for the purposes of dispel attempts. However, you cannot attempt to cast any more spells for the end of the current turn, which I couldn't anyway.
No,
Okay, so it counts as being cast as an 8. Are you within 18 inches with your Spellweaver?
Ooh. No.
No. In which case you can try a Fated Dispel, which means you just need 9 or more.
No.
No. Okay, so you'll like this. Not a lot. It's going to take 5d6 strength 1 hits. I'm targeting you general. 3, 5. Okay, 10. Oh, grumble. Worst wizard ever. And Viletide. Battlelust was the name of the thing earlier. Viletide. No armor saves, ward and regeneration saves may be taken as normal. So basically it's 6s to wound you. Strength 1. Yeah.
Can you roll 3 6s?
Can I roll 3 6s? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, do you have any regeneration saves? You'd have a ward save of 6+.
Yeah, I've got a ward of 6, but it said no ward.
No. It said ward and regeneration saves may be attempted as normal. That's in parentheses.
Right.
No armor saves. Ward and regeneration saves may be taken as normal.
Right. Yeah.
You need a 6.
I need a 6 then. No.
Okay. So he is destroyed from shooting. So we're a general apiece now.
Yeah.
Are any of your units within 6 inches of him?
Yeah, the eagle is, and he's likely to Scarper because he's only leadership 6. Yeah, he's going to Scarper.
Okay. Away from the nearest enemy unit with the highest unit. Nearest enemy unit, which we'll check in a second, are the Glade Guard within 6 inches of the stag. It's going to be close, I think. It's a maybe. Maybe I'm optimistic.
Yes.
They are. Sorry. 8. They're fine.
Okay. So, which is the nearest unit to the eagle? So the Minotaurs are the nearest unit, and we rolled off camera and flees 9 inches directly away from the Minotaurs. I believe that's right, because it's the panic test of him dying, so it's not from the source, it's from the nearest enemy unit. Unfortunately, they're now in short range of the Rotisserie Seekers, which is my other shooting attack. So, 8 shots. 6, 7, 8. Let's just go through. So normally hitting on 4s. I've moved, but you are within half range now. So 5s. 2. Strength 3, toughness 4. So 5s. No. They're Ungors. Okay, so we're starting the combat here. First off, each of the Razor Gores does D3 impact hits. For 7 hits. At strength 5, get your toughness 3. Oh, do I have Primal Fury? I do have Primal Fury. Which I fail. So that's 5 at AP -1 because of Razor Tusks and I charged first. Okay. Then I'm going at initiative 5 because I charged. Right, you are also 5, so we are simultaneous. So, the Razor Gores, weapon skill 3 hitting on 4s. Oh my word. I've got Armour Bane 1. I know Armour Bane's off the wound, isn't it?
Yeah. They haven't got any armour, so.
Okay, right. So, they have Foe Render as well, for AP -2. They're strength 5, so they're dead. Yeah. Goodness me, they are dead. They are gross. But you do get your attacks. Hitting on 3s. Yep. So 4 hits. Strength 3, toughness 5, running on 6s. No. I've wiped you out, so I get to either overrun or... they're yours. Or attempt to reform. I will attempt to reform. Not reforming, I am going to overrun, and I'm off the table. I will come back on to the compulsory movement phase of my next turn. Right, starting over here next. The first thing I have to do is test for Bestial Fury. My leadership is currently 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 or less. But I really want to double. Well, it's 10 or less, but it's not a double. Okay, so I am subject to Bestial Fury. Now, you've got some shenanigans here, haven't you? My initiative is 3, plus 3 for charging is 6, but the Spell Weaver has got those nasty little forest sprites. What are they called?
A befuddlement of mischiefs.
Befuddlement.
It means you suffer a -1 modifier to your weapon skill and initiative.
Weapon skill and initiative. Okay. I consider myself thoroughly befuddled. So I'm going on initiative 5. Your Eternal Guard are initiative 5 with Elven Reflexes, so that puts them at...
It's initiative 4, and then they get +1 for being charged with Elven Spears.
Ah.
And +1 for the first round of combat, being an elf.
So you're going on initiative 6. Do you get fighting extra rank with the spears? So they're all attacking.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is 20.
I'll have you next time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 20 attacks. You're weapon skill 5. I'm now weapon skill 3, so you're going to hit me on 3s. Yeah, I was just saying off camera, I really wanted to hit those with the chariots for the impact hits. Swap it. Oh, there was a 2 there. Strength for those spears?
It's still just 3.
Okay, so winning off 5s. I say winning off killing on 5s, I've got no armour.
3.
3. Okay, kills 3, and that is 3 from my front rank, and that's the only rank I'm fighting with because I charged you. They snap out of place so easily, these gores. Right. Well, I'm now simultaneous with your Glade Captain because he's got strikes first and strikes last, so he's going on initiative 5, which is simultaneous with me now. Right, okay, so the one gore that lived and the champion, they have 2-hand weapons, so that's 5 attacks. My weapon skill is 3 now, so I'm going to hit you on 4s. No rerolls for Primal Fury. I charged you, so my strength is 4.
Toughness 3.
Toughness 3, so 3's to wound. 1. 2 even. 2 at War Bonds, Skirmishers, Primal Fury. Do I have the other thing? I don't have the other thing. 2 saves.
5 ups.
Pass 1, fail 1.
1 dies. Right. Captain.
2 or 3 attacks, I imagine.
Yeah, 3 attacks.
3 attacks. Hit me on 3s.
6 to 3. Oh, 6 to 3, so it doesn't quite do
Yeah,
that.
doesn't do it. 2. Your strength will be 6, so you're going to win me on 2s.
Just the one. So let's do.
Kills 1. Right, now your wizard. They get to do their attack, but they also get to cast their assailment.
Right. So. Let's do the attack. So the attack is weapon skill 4.
So hitting on a 3.
Right.
Nope.
Right. So
2d6 for hammer hand.
this I could do with going off. 5,
5
6.
plus 1, 6. No.
No,
What's it cast off?
don't think so.
Have you not got the card in front of
I
you?
have. It's
Ah,
7.
It's
so it
7.
doesn't get it.
Not quite. Okay, so combat resolution. I killed 1. I am open order, so I get nothing for that. I've got a banner, and I got 2 ranks, so I get a total of 4. You killed 4.
Yeah, killed 4.
You've got a banner and a battle standard bearer.
And the war banners.
Oh, you got the war banner.
Yeah.
Oh, the war banner. Right. Okay.
6.
So that's 6. 2 ranks. 7, 8.
Yeah.
You close order as well.
Yes.
9.
Yeah,
Do you outnumber me? You've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 20. You outnumber me. So you get a total of 8. You win by 5.
I was on 9 for.
Were you?
Yeah.
You killed 4.
Yeah, killed 4.
2 ranks. 3 for the banners. Yes, 9. 10. So you win by 6. I need Snake Eyes. That's not Snake Eyes, but my leadership is currently 9, so that's 4 back in good order. Are you going to pursue me?
Yes. Would make sense.
Okay, I fall back 6 inches. And you pursue 4 inches. Okay. Okay, so these units ending up here. Now we come into the big fight in the centre. First of all, Primal Fury for the Minotaurs. I'm looking for 8. I'm looking for 7 or less, preferably a double. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's 7 or less. Right, so I'm subject to Primal Fury, but not Blood Rage, which means Foe Render kicks in. I charged, and I go... Oh, first off, impact hits happen. First 1 per model. Strength 5, toughness 6, wounding on 5s. No. Then I have... We're in base to base in the middle. So all the front rank are in base to base. 3 and 3. I'm sure there will be people screaming at the screen. Why didn't I give them great weapons?
Yeah.
For the strength 7, they'd have absolutely carved you up at strength 7.
Yeah.
But I like the aesthetic of the shield. There's a nice picture in the book. In fact, it's this picture here, where the Minotaur's got a shield and it's got a skeleton hung on it, and the shield's like the size of a fence, which I quite like. Right, weapon skill is 4. Yours is higher than that.
Yes.
So just glancing down my rules. Fury, Blood Green. I think this is all of them. So hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1, 1. 2 1s, in fact. 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 6, 5 to wound. No, nothing.
Right. Let's fight back.
You're going to tree whack me.
I'm going to tree whack you. So initiative test, please.
Okay, 3 or less. Yes, I avoid the tree whacking. I wonder if my bonus initiative for charging counts.
I don't know. No. I think that's only for your combat.
Either way, that was a pass.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether you might have wanted to not do it knowing that, but... Okay.
So,
Weapon skill's more than mine, so hitting on 3s.
Yeah. That is...
They went far.
Yeah. Right, strength 5.
Why is that 2? There was a 1 and a 4, and presumably the 1's a miss and the 4 was a hit.
There was two 1s.
Oh, okay. It's hard because they scattered. It was quite hard to see, and I saw you pick
2
up a
1s
4. You picked up a 4, and I'm like, I'm sure that's a hit.
Yeah.
Right, I think I might have picked up the wrong dice compared to the ones.
Right, gotcha.
Right, strength 5.
Winning on 3s?
Nothing.
No.
No score draw, Jim.
No, you stomped me.
Stomp you.
Yeah, let's try that. So D3 stomps
For 3.
Strength 5.
So 3s?
That's 2.
No
No AP.
Yeah.
So 6s with shields. Come on, shields.
Ooh.
I am entirely vindicated. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Never mind, you already cut it to kindling if you had a great weapon. But,
Shh. I have
a banner.
a banner and I'm close order with a unit strength of more than 10.
Oh,
So I get 2.
I've got 2.
You lose by 2. You're not unbreakable, are you?
No.
Okay. So that's 6. That's 4. Oh, is that a pass?
So 8. So yes, leadership 9.
It's a -2 is a fail, but within... If your leadership is 9, Then -2 for the combat resolution.
Yeah, to get rolling over, not under, yeah.
Yeah. It's different games.
Different games.
So you fall back in good order.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose to pursue. You roll 2d6 roll the highest. At the highest.
6.
Okay, just measure before you do move it. The Treekin are already fleeing. That's fine. What about the Glade Guard? Are they within 6 inches of it?
No,
Looks like they're not from here. Okay. So you fall back 6. I'm going to pursue, but I only roll 1d6 because of Blood Greed for 6.
So,
does that connect me?
Yes, you're connected to them.
Right, we now need to read the book because they're fleeing models. Yeah, I do connect with the Treekin and they get run down. So I end up here. I can then attempt to reform, but I really don't need to reform. I'm pointing the right way anyway. But do I get it? Yes, I reform.
Do you continue on into the tree?
No, I don't. But it specifically says you get to reform at that point. So I've run up to them, and then I've hacked them to bits, and I've stopped because I've hacked them to bits. Right. I must have got a good pursuit because it is blood greed. That means I've only got 1d6, but you haven't any blood. So I must have been bitterly disappointed with that light snack.
Yeah. And
hence I have found more. Okay. That's the end. Oh, this is so swingy. I think actually... but the tree is not even injured. And he's... Okay, Wood Elf, turn 4. Okay, strategy phase. Rally Stephen. 6 or less.
6.
He rallies. He reforms on the spot. Can't charge this turn, but otherwise can act normally and counts as having moved. Right, Stephen pivots round here. Right, charges. The Tree Man is declaring a charge against the Minotaurs. Any other charges to declare?
No, that's it for charges.
Okay, I have to take a terror test off my base leadership of 7 in order to enter a hold figure. I mean, I don't even need to roll the dice. I know what's going to happen. Apparently I didn't. 7. Hold! Honestly, I thought they were going to run through my entire line and you were going to just stomp them down in the back. Goodness me. Okay. Right, remaining moves. Okay, so the end of movement. Stephen has flown over and turned, ready to charge the Ungors in the back next turn. The Glade Guard have wheeled round to start shooting at the Ungors, leaving these for AN other day/time. The Glade Guard are just lining up, the Eternal Guard are lining up to receive another charge from those forlorn Gors. I don't think I'm going to do anything with those. And that's the lot. So we are on to shooting. 5 shots into the Ungors?
Yes. Right, I move them. So 4 at standard ballistic skill.
Which would be 4s. And then 1 at...
a 3.
So 1.
1.
Killing on a 4. No. Thunk. Ow!
And then bow into them.
Oh, yes. Oh. Can you win with this one? You can! You got one! Ha ha! That's the 3rd arrow. He's like Boromir.
Yeah.
The 3rd one got him.
Right.
Combat. You charged... How far did you move?
2 inches.
2 inches, yes. There was 2 inch gap between us. So your initiative's up to 4.
Yeah. Right, let's try a tree whack again.
Tree whack. It's gonna work one of these days. Oh, hang on. A couple of tests first. I don't have to take a fear test. Neither of us do. But I do need to take a primal fury test, which I pass. Which doesn't affect this next bit.
So initiative test for you.
Initiative test for being bushwhacked. Failed.
Right. So that is...
It's a model in base to base, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes D3 hits.
D3
Hits with no save at the unit's strength with no save allowed?
D3 at the strength with no save allowed. So
Okay.
takes D3 for 3. Strength is 5.
My toughness is 4.
So 3 is just the 1.
So that does 1. So am I right in thinking that that has to go against a model that's in base-to-base contact? Because it said model.
Let's see what it says. That's going to be weird. Yeah, potentially.
Or should we just knock a wound off one of the guys at the back to make our life easy?
No, it's a single model within an enemy unit. This model is engaged in combat with.
Within an enemy unit. Okay, so you'd have gone for the one with the already damaged. Do you pick it?
Nominate a single model within an enemy unit. This model is engaging. Yeah. So good for the one that's already damaged. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Then 4 attacks left. Hitting on 3s.
3.
And strength 5.
3s.
3s. That's better. So that is 3, and it is at -2.
Okay, so that does that. It's 3 damage. 1 and then 2 onto him.
Yeah.
So you've done a total of 4. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, 4.
I need to fight back, sir.
Right, although the guy who died was from my front rank. So somewhat the musician died and one of them stepped forward, so I get the 4 attacks from the champion and 3 from one of the guys in the front rank. Hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. Reroll that 1. Nope. Strength 5, toughness 6, 5s to wound with foe render. 1. 1 at -2.
So 6 up save. No, and then 5 up regen. No. She takes a wound.
A wound. Oh, how many did you start with?
It starts with 5. So
Okay,
4 left.
4 left. Okay, so you did 4 stops.
D3 stop. For 1. 3. Strength
5. Yes, that's a wound on toughness 4. 6 up save. No. Finishes that guy off. So you did 5 wounds to me.
Yeah.
I did 1 to you, and I have a banner. I am no longer a unit strength of 10 or more because these are 3 each. So I get 2. You got 5. You win by 3.
Yeah.
You cause terror, so that's an extra -1 on my leadership test. 8 is an out-and-out fail.
Yeah.
So
I'll pursue.
you will pursue. I flee 8 inches.
Catch you.
You catch me. Okay, so the Minotaurs are run down, and that is the end of... Where was I close enough to you for a panic test? I don't think I was. We were quite a way up there. That's the end of turn 4. That's the end of Wood Off turn 4. We're going to Beastmen turn 4. Right, I'm going to attempt to cast Battle Lust. Right, that didn't happen. Right, compulsory moves. The Razor Gores reappear. Then we go on to... Oh, hang on. No, charges before compulsory moves. We're charging over here. You're going to...
Stand and shoot.
I'm too close. You got a quick shot.
I've got a quick shot.
Okay, great.
Hits.
See, the chance of me losing a gore, I trade that for you blowing your own head off every day of the week. That does count to combat resolution, so I will leave it there. And I'm in. Oh. Yes. Right, and then the Razor Gores reappear. So they're the movement phase. The Young Gores have stayed still, and I'm going to volley fire into the Glade Guard. These Ungors, they have turned and moved, and the Bray Shaman has joined them. He's got his jagged dagger, and is definitely going to sacrifice one of the Ungors to try and cast Vile Tide against the Tree Man. The Razor Gores have come back on and marched, trying to get to the tree man for next turn. And the Gores have done their pointless charge over here. Right, first off. So, the world's worst wizard is going to use his Jagged Dagger to sacrifice an Ungor, to add the Ungor's wound characteristic to the roll on the casting of the Vile Tide. Oh, for crying out loud! Worst wizard ever! The only spell he cast was when he miscast!
Yeah.
In fact, I know it would be better if it had been a miscast. You useless! You're not favoured of the Chaos Gods, true children of the gods, my eye. Right. Right, now that that's sorted. 12 shots over here, volley firing into the Glade Guard, -1 for range. We're saying there's not enough in the cover to get the -1. So, hitting on 5s. Strength 3, toughness 3, wounding on 4s. Oh! Denied. Terrible shoddy arrows. Made by Ungors. Shoddy arrows. Right, okay. That happened. That's all my gun. Yeah. Onto the fight. The only fight. Yeah. Yeah, the fight. Right, Primal Fury. I pass with double 1. Passing on a double means I am blood greed kicks in, and I am frenzied.
Ooh.
So each one will get an extra attack. But you still hit me on 3s.
Yep.
Then wounding on 4s. I don't think I'm going to be as lucky as last
no,
time.
it's 5s because I'm only strength 3.
I thought you were strength 4 because of the spears. I thought you got an extra.
No, extra AP and extra initiative, but not extra strength.
Oh,
Did it right last time. It was
my
5s.
apologies. Okay, 5s. That'll be why I survived.
Right. 3, 4,
5.
5.
Okay, well that's my front rank, which is enough to mean the only person fighting is the champion. So just the champion with his 4 attacks. Well, they all hit. I charge, so strength is 4, winning on 3s. 3 saves.
5 ups. Make 1. Kills 2.
Then your captain, which is simultaneous. 3 hits, 2s.
There's 3 more. Then the Spellweaver hits. Wounds.
Okay, right, you cut your spell. Your assailment. It's
No.
all
Oh,
7.
Yes.
Yes, I will try a fated dispel. 8. Denied. Something of a Pyrrhic. I need snake eyes. That's not a pass, but it's below my leadership of. But I'm double outnumbered, so that's a flee. Right. Well, I mean, 5, 10. You've got a 3 points for the banner and the thing, so that's 14. I got a total of. So it's -11.
Yeah.
So that is most definitely a fail. I would fall back in good order. However, you more than double outnumber me, so that is a flee. Are you going to pursue or attempt to restrain and reform?
I will pursue.
Okay. I flee 10. 7. Which means we end up here. Okay, so that's the end of. I don't know, is Battle Round a thing? Either way, it's the end of my turn 4. It's the end of all the turn 4s. So we go into turn 5s. You don't have any rallying or anything to do, so you're straight into charges, I think.
Yep. Tree man into Ungor.
Okay, I have to pass a terror test. But I am warband, so my rank adds. So I need 10 or less. I'm good. I'm standing. I mean, I have no idea why I am doing that, but
4 plus 5, so 9, yeah, 20.
well, basically, because there's a good Bray Shaman there, and he's just killed Jeff to not cast a spell. In fact, we didn't even see any spell going off. As far as we're concerned, he's walked into the unit and just murdered Jeff. Poor Jeff.
And then I will charge the eagle into the back of the Ungors.
Okay, will. I'm going to have to hold. There's no alternative there.
Yeah, if you flee, I'll run you down.
Yeah, I have to hold. Right, first off, I need to make a fear test, which I pass. I also need to make a primal fury test, which I pass. And you're not tree whacking this time, you're just going to murder him.
Yeah, just murdering.
Hit on 3s. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so, strength 5. So 3.
3. Any AP on these?
Yeah, -2.
-2, okay. Kills 3. Right. My front rank gets a fight back. Now, the Bray Shaman has a Bray Staff, which he can either use as heavy armour or as a great weapon. So he's going to use it as a great weapon. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in total in the first 2 ranks. These are throwing spears, so I don't get the extra rank for them. I would get the extra rank when I charged. 11 minus 3 is 8, plus 1 for the champion is 9. So 9 attacks from the Ungors. Small horn, kill tree. You've got to be kidding. See the size of it. Look at what happened to Minotaurs. Big horn, not kill tree. What chance have small horn got? Hitting on 4s, small horn.
Yeah, doing alright.
Strength 3, winning on 6s.
Yeah.
No. Small horn, not hurt tree. Small horn, tickle tree with filed piece of previous ancestor. Yeah. Not yet. I've got my great weapon.
Great weapon, yeah.
Which will hit on a 4. Nope. Oh. Oh, I did I? Oh, that wasn't going to make any difference. This one it may make it. No, it doesn't. Stomp.
D3 stomps. 2. 1.
Kills 1. Right.
You get an armor save against a stomp.
No. Right then. I've got a banner.
Yeah.
I'm open order. I do outnumber you. Banner, open order. And I have 3 ranks because I'm a horde. So I get a total of 5.
I only get 4.
You lost.
How did I lose?
Well, basically, you've got Ungors climbing all up you and jamming bits of spears into parts that tree men don't like Ungors to reach. And you realise that you are about to be overwhelmed. And you have to back off.
10.
That's not an out-and-out fail, is it?
It is an out-and-out fail.
Okay, I'm going to pursue you. And I double out number. Yeah. You're not immune to. Let's check your rules. Let's just make sure.
It's psychology, but he's not immune to
Breaking, because breaking is not psychology.
No.
It's not unbreakable.
He's stubborn.
Stubborn. Now, stubborn means the first time he's called on to take a break test.
Yeah.
Which this isn't. Because you broke from the Minotaurs earlier and fell back.
Ah, yes, it did, yeah.
Stubborn means the first time you are called upon to roll the dice, instead of rolling the dice, you fall back in good order.
Yeah.
Which is what you did earlier. I think the net result would have been the same earlier because you fell back further than that. So, yeah, I'm going to pursue.
Right, I'm going to go 5.
Come on, Smallhorn! 5! Screw you and all of you! Smallhorn for the win! Now, Stephen against this unit of Ungors. We're doing all the attacks together because the lack of armour makes it irrelevant to do them separately. Hitting on 3s, I assume.
Yeah,
His weapons goes
5.
5. Yeah. Strength 4.
Yes.
So killing on 3s.
Yeah.
That kills 2. The rear rank is the fighting rank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks. Weapon skill 3. Wounding on hitting on 4. Oh, sorry. I should have tested for Primal Fury. I failed. So that's, if you forget the dice. Toughness, strength 3, toughness 4, 5 to wound, 1.
That's just a wound.
That's
no armour.
a wound. How many does he have?
3.
3.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 left. Well, after the roasting that Stephen and his mate got in the last game we had, I think he's done quite well this time.
Yeah.
Stomp.
Yes.
Okay.
Kills another.
Kills another. Okay, so you've charged me in the back, but not with enough unit strength to disrupt me.
Yeah.
So you do get the +2 for rear attack.
Yeah.
And +2 for... and those 3.
Yeah.
So you get a total of 5.
Yeah.
I have a banner. I did 1 wound. I've got an extra rank. I got 3. You won by 2. So my leadership on an Ungor, I have got a half-horn champion. So 6 + 1 for the rank is 7. -2, 5. That's an actual pass.
Oof. Right.
I give ground. And you either restrain or follow up.
I might as well follow up.
Okay.
I don't want to get shot full of arrows for no reason.
Okay, so that is turn 5 for the Wood Elves. Brayherds, do the Gores rally? No, they continue to flee, and they're off the board. Right, I'm going to sacrifice an Ungor. I just want to cast it, and attempt to cast the spell that I keep getting the name wrong of, Battle Lust, on a 9 with a +1. No! Still no! So, end of movement, the Razor Gores have marched, eyeing up these guys over there, but maybe the back of them, I don't know. The Gores have turned and moved. Don't want to march because the Bray Shaman wants to try Viletide again. So, that's it for movement. No other shooting. Sorry, Harry. You're dead. Viletide, cast on a 9. 10. Cast on a 10. That's going to be a Fate Dispel. No. Okay. Viletide into... Sorry. Viletide into these guys. 5d6. What is that doing in the non-wound dice pocket? Same number. 10. 20. Now, unlike you, I'm not going to roll 2 white dice with this. I'm going to re-roll 2 of the fails. So winning on 6s, because strength 1 versus toughness 3. No. 4. Well, I haven't got any armour, but 4 with no armour.
It's 4 then.
And that is a panic test. They pass. Low is good.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen's still first.
1 hit.
On a 3. Yes. Kills 1, which means I have 7 attacks back. Hitting on 4s. Oh, Bestial Fury. Why do I keep forgetting they've got it? That's a fail, although it is a double. Hang on. My leadership is 7. At the time he was alive at that point, I just took him off because I'm supposed to do this before we start anything. So that was a rank of 5, putting my leadership up to 8, which makes that a pass.
And double.
On the double. Oh, but do they get Blood Greed? I don't think they do. Ungors don't get Blood Greed. They just get Primal Fury. So the double, irrelevant. But it does mean I can re-roll those 2 1s. I've now totally lost track of everything that was going on over here. 1 minute. Right, I had 3 hits with 2 rerolls. Super confusing myself. Strength 3, toughness 4, 5s to wound.
Oh dear, he's dead.
The rotisserie chicken is on the cards. That gets him. So I attempt to reform. I don't really want to reform, but yeah, I pass. That's the end of Brayherds turn 5. We go on to Wood Elf turn 6.
Last turn.
Yeah. So it's, how do you minimise losses at this point? I don't know if you'll be able to kill much else of mine.
No.
You might make the Ungors break if you shoot enough.
Yeah.
It's whether you think you've got a decent chance against the Razor Gores or whether you want to back off from them.
I want to back off from them.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm attempting to externalise your inner monologue, which it's getting worse. I'm not constraining it to my own inner monologue anymore. Quiet now, Paul. So the Glade Guard have taken a few cautious steps backwards and turned on the spot to hopefully outpace the Gore charge, but they are ready. The Razor Gore charge, but they are ready to receive it should it happen. These archers are just trying to. Basically, they're going to try and clear as many of these Gores out of their way as possible so they can withdraw in that direction.
So
Hitting on 3s because full ballistic skill, and
yeah.
I don't know why it always bounces that way. So who put this tall thing in the middle? 5. Was that all 5?
Yeah, all 5.
Okay, killing on 4s.
Kills 4.
4, okay. That kills 4. That is absolutely enough for a panic test. My leadership is 7. That's a pass. That is a pass. Is that your turn, or have you got your self-destructing arrow to fire at something? Nah.
No, I haven't.
You've had enough for one day, evil bow. Right, my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Right, okay. We're going to murder a Gore and attempt to cast Battle Lust.
Charges.
No, this is enchantment.
Battle Lust, sorry.
5, 8, 9, 10, it is cast. Unless you can fate and dispel it. No, okay. Right, they're now subject to frenzy and hatred. I mean, they're not going to get in, but they're subject to frenzy and hatred. So that's a lot of attacks should they get in. Charges. The Ungors are going to attempt to charge those guys. The Glade Guard. I probably need a 6. I have Warband, so I get to reroll. 4, 9. I doubt that is enough. Tank measure time. Oh.
Nice.
It is. It is. It's contact and we snap closed.
Yeah.
It's just in. OMG. Connect and snap. Right. The Razor Gores. 6. Then with Swift Stride. For 5. 7, 13, 18. They don't have move through cover. What's the distance between them?
So the distance is 17. Ooh.
You know, it's
18.
Hang on. To the actual base, not just the movement tray. It's 18 and a bit.
Yeah.
I'm out. So they will move forward an amount. Yeah. Like 6 inches. But right, these guys will turn and then move 2 inches that way to be able to get the shoots. That's going to be 8 shots. They have quick shots, so I don't suffer from moving, but they are long range. So 5s. wounding on 4s. 1 save.
Nope, kills 1.
You did as well as the Gores. It's definitely the right day to be an Ungor, unless you stood next to the Bray Shaman, in which case it's a bad day to be an Ungor. Initiative. The Bray Shaman is going to use his staff as heavy armor, just in case you get the idea of turning around and trying to stick him. No, he's frenzied. He's not. No, that would be ridiculous. He's going to use it as a great weapon. Yeah. So he's going on initiative 4. The Ungors are going on initiative 6. No, 7. I charged you in the back. So it's 7 and 5 from me. What are you on?
I'll be on 5, I think. Yeah, I'm on 5.
Okay, so the 7's first then. So the Ungors with the throwing spears get to fight in 2 ranks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of them. Right. However...
With Frenzy,
yeah. However, they have Frenzy now. Oh, Battle Fury is passed. So I'm going to re-roll hits of 1. So 5 in the front rank, 6 in the back rank. The 5 in the front rank include the champion. And then... So front rank have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that how many I'm holding? That was 12. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, 11. Hitting on 4s with a reroll for hatred. Actually, I don't know why I bother with the primal if you're rerolling for hatred anyway, aren't I, of course? That's that many hits. Then the second rank with the throwing spears, just the 6 attacks, but also with hatred. This many hits. Strength 3, toughness 3.
Yeah.
4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm subject to frenzy, so I'm going to carry on running 6 inches. And that's the last act of the game. So, I think it's pen and paper time. Because you've got 2 characters over there and an expensive unit.
Yeah.
We've captured some banners from each other and they're worth 50 points each, but you've captured more than me. Because every unit of mine had banners, but only one of yours did.
None of mine have got banners. You haven't captured any.
Well, that unit's got banners. But,
right, yeah.
sorry, yes.
None of the ones.
Yeah, none of the others. I was just thinking through the army. Yeah, it's definitely pen and paper time. So the scores are in. The Beastman Brayherds scored 1,064 points. The Wood Elf Realms, I feel like I'm doing the pools here, 1,171, meaning Wood Elves win by 107 points, which by the narrowest of narrow margins, it is a Wood Elf victory. You've clearly come in, you've drawn me away from this sacred site, and you are now leading what remains of my Brayherd into a trap. Noble Wood Elves have given their lives today to save the spirits of the woodland.
A lot of Wood Elves.
A lot of Wood Elves and a few trees.
Quite a lot of kindle in there.
Yes, they're definitely going to be replanted. There's going to be some cuttings made.
Yeah.
Wow. That was close and that was fun. Half an inch out on the charge at the end. It was the right thing to do for you to back up. If you hadn't backed up, that would have been a successful charge.
Yeah.
You'd have had all the impact hits before your initiative shenanigans at strength 5 that have gone through your armour. And
their toughness...
5.
Toughness 5, so winning on 6s.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd have done much against them.
Yeah, and I can't believe they made that chart. Yeah, that was such a fun game. That was so swingy.
Yeah, a few times I thought, this is done.
Yeah.
And then something happened and it really wasn't.
It really wasn't. I thought it was done when your stag ploughed through everything and when you circled my gores in the middle and took out my general and everything else. I thought it was done then. Then I vile-tided your general. That swung it a bit. The Minotaurs chasing down the tree man to run into the tree kin.
Yeah.
then you chasing down the Minotaurs, then the Ungors swarming all over the tree man, and just brought him down by weight of numbers.
Yeah.
Howling, braying, tiny little horned beastmen just hacking away at it. Ah, that was epic. Small horns for the not win, but not quite so defeated. Small horns. Thoughts, sir?
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's nice. I think it's probably the first game I've played where I've not just been like, what's happening?
Now, there were some good tactical decisions and pull back here, pull back there. Oh, what do I do about this? Yeah. Turning unit, planning a couple of turns ahead. We were both having to think a couple of turns ahead.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this game now.
Yeah, and God, that is a vicious brick.
Yeah,
that is a vicious brick. I mean, it requires the right tool to open that can.
Yeah, it needs something high toughness or high armor.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah. So what the new stuff for you was the Treekin and the Stag? How were you pleased with those?
Yeah, I think Treekin would be okay. They were given a bit of a hard task going into the Minotaurs.
Well, if my Minotaurs had been a unit of 3 rather than a unit like to like, yeah. I mean, my Minotaurs were over 300 points, that unit.
Yeah. So yeah, they did okay.
But some idiot gave the Minotaurs shields instead of great weapons.
Yeah, that's if I could give Treekin great weapons, I would.
Yeah.
It'd make them significantly better.
Ironically, the Minotaurs are a motley crew. I could have a mix. But I didn't. Now, the Treekin were good. I liked them. The toughness 5 made a big difference. Well, we found that with the Razor Gores, didn't we? Shooting at them as well, that made a big difference to T5.
Toughness 5's big.
Yeah.
When you got a lot of strength 3 weapons, toughness 5 is big.
And equally, toughness 6 made the other guys who were strength 4 and 5, that really tempered their ability to blend through things. Almost like a strength toughness scale is meant to make a big difference. Yeah. I like it.
Lord on the Stag is vicious.
Yeah.
I think if you hadn't vile-tided him...
Yeah, he was nibbled to death by centipedes, millipedes and other various creepy crawlies.
Yeah, I think if you hadn't been able to do that, as long as you can, again, choose your combats well with him, he's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
Even when I rolled 4 1s.
Even when you rolled 4 1s, he was vicious.
Yeah.
My poor chariots. But then again, they did their job. Hurled themselves at you. And,
the chariot.
Yeah, most of the fast stuff is quite nasty. My original intention was to have the chariots and the Razor Gores together, so something would get to you.
Yeah.
And I guess it did, just on different parts of the table. You can't ignore them, not with D6 impact hits to strength 4 -2 AP.
No. Yeah, the chariots would have gone well into the spears. Yeah.
And I remember after our last game, someone said I wouldn't have charged the Eternal Guard no matter how many times the militia threw cutlery at them. Yeah. And I can see now the rationale. They are a defensive unit. Yeah. Final thoughts?
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's nice. Ambushing was the other good thing, actually. Change the shape of it.
It did, didn't it? It was weird not having all my army on the table at the start, but a lot of freedom with where it could come in. But you had to wait for it to turn up. Then you can't charge the turn it arrives. So you've got you're trading off efficability.
Effective.
You're trading off their you're trading off being able to use them later for doing stuff now. My words have fallen apart. Big shout out to all my channel members and Patreons. You guys are awesome. If you want to support me, check out the description of the video. There's details on how to do that. Level 2 channel members get to see these battle reports as soon as they are made. so they get to see them early. Have I forgotten anything?
No, I think that's it.
Okie doke. Well, thank you once again for coming down and playing. That was immense fun. I enjoyed it immensely. No, great fun. Enjoyed it immensely. It was lots of fun. Thank you for coming down. Say bye, Wolf Corgi.
Bye, Wolf Corgi.
Bye.